A Monroe nurse has received a national award. Devontae Martin met with him today and joins us with those details. Devontae?
Jennifer, workers at Ochsner LSU Medical Center in Monroe refer to nurse Jamin Rankin as the pinnacle of excellence in trauma nursing.
When I was 14 years old, my dad had a heart attack and had open heart surgery, and I watched nurses who cared for him and said one day I could see myself, caring for people in need.
With over a decade of medical experience, registered nurse Jamin Rankin has an unwavering commitment to patient care. The LaSalle Parish native was recently awarded the 2024 Distinguished Trauma Certified Registered Nurse Award from the Board of Certification for Emergency Nursing. The annual award recognizes nurses who embody clinical excellence and leadership. Rankin says it's great knowing his work is being recognized.
I was really humbled by the fact someone felt like I was deserving of being nominated for the award, and then to the Board for Certification of Emergency Nursing for selecting me as their distinguished TCRN this year. It's an incredible feeling to have been selected. However, everything that I've done couldn't have been without the help of all that I've worked around.
A distinguished speaker and educator, Rankin has helped equip hundreds of nurses with essential skills for emergencies.
This machine goes in milliliters per minute. It doesn't even go in milliliters per hour. It doesn't even equate. It's just mils per minute. So just the base rate, you can see we've already got a half thing.
He has also helped create the Trauma Center at Ochsner, achieving level 3 status in 2023 under his leadership.
There's many times we recognize the need for being able to take injured patients closer without having to take them out of our region, take them far away from their home, far away from their family, away from where they're comfortable.
Rankin's co-workers say his leadership has no borders.
Jamin's work here at Ochsner LSU in Monroe has been incredible. He has brought this trauma program to life.
So proud of his professional growth and development, and not only for what he leads here at our facility, but also in our community.
Rankin says he has 2 goals going forward.
My goal is to improve the outcomes of injured patients. Hope that I can give back and help some of those others who have helped me along the way.
He became one of more than 7,000 nurses that have ever received the award. To find out more about Rankin and Ochsner Medical Center, visit KNOE.com. Jennifer?